Oh, almost there. Welcome to another Lightning Strikes Twice, where we are maybe already drunk, but
Could be.
you'll have to wait about 10 minutes to find out because we get two topics apiece, 5 minutes for each topic. We don't know what the other one's going to bring up.
Yep. So I guess I'm the person bringing up the first topic then, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, this might if we really cared in these things about categories and stuff, this might fall into the category of like current events.
Hmm.
But I would say it probably is not really a current event, but a reoccurring event. So the Israel Hamas Palestine conflict. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't know much about it. Even though, like, technically seen, I'm closer proximity geographically, so it really might affect me more likely, I guess, maybe. but
Yeah.
but still, even still, I'm just not like paying that close of attention to it. But what I do see are parallels, and I think I know where you're going with this because it's once again the boogeyman terrorism,
Yeah.
and it's like, well, okay. Whenever I hear that word now, I'm just instantly like, question what I'm being told.
I would. I completely agree with that. And this conflict is nothing new. It didn't just come out of nowhere, right? Like, oh, a bunch of Hamas people stormed into Israel and shot a bunch of people and kidnapped some people, and oh, it just somehow happened. Um, but the response from Israel to me feels a lot like the response from the US after 9/11.
Mm-hmm. It's
Like
like,
it's
yeah, if there's a small band of actual terrorists, why the hell are you picking on a whole country?
well, yeah. If you follow what happened in Gaza after that, basically Israel, I wouldn't say carpet bombed, but definitely bombed a lot of stuff in that region. Um, and why? And also now it's like polarizing people in the US too, where
Yep.
people otherwise sane people are now anti-Semitic.
Oh, you
Uh,
know what? We come full circle. Now we're giving everyone a reason to hate the Jews, right?
yeah.
All of a sudden, we're caught in a time loop, and maybe Trump actually is Hitler. Uh, Starting to look like him. So,
I don't get why it has to be so polarized, and
yeah.
it's like this is a long storied disagreement or conflict that's been going on for a long time, and there are no good guys. Both sides are wrong as
Yeah,
far
but it
as I'm
usually
concerned.
boils down to this dickhead doesn't like that dickhead, and they each pit each other's countrymen after each other.
Yeah, yeah, but now like what I'm noticing in the US is it's like fomenting this kind of disagreement amongst people here where people are taking sides, and it's like you don't have to take a side. Take the side of peace. Take the side of not fucking shooting people, not bombing people. Yeah.
It totally sounds like you're going into this like 80s rap when rap was actually like political sometimes.
Yeah. Oh man, I like honestly, it's something worthy of such a creation, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but like everybody, the two factions see themselves as like the holy ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're justified in doing what we do. No, neither of you are. Like, this is an old thing from probably began thousands of years ago. Like, can
Oh
we
yeah.
bury the hatchet and just let bygones be bygones and learn to live together? Could that be possible?
It's over like a literal line in the sand that created this us versus them.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
not just in real sand, but in the sand of the mind or the
sure.
soul.
But that's the thing is like neither side are justified. Neither side is good.
No.
And it just like okay, there are good people in there's good Palestinians and good Israeli people, but the governments, they're a bunch of assholes. They're a bunch of bullies. Like, well, I wouldn't say Gaza necessarily has a government, if you could call it that. But it, like, but people in the U.S. are kind of like separating themselves into factions too, like getting behind Palestine or Israel, and now
Yeah.
it's politicized, just like fucking COVID was. Like same shit. Like this is not a political thing. This is a very well. Okay, I guess that's that.
Everything that happens now is twisted into a political thing.
Uh huh.
It's always red versus blue now. Like it's getting sickening
I
to
was about to
hear.
say it's making me like physically ill.
Yeah.
How often that happens. Uh oh. Speaking of that, we've got a crazy ass cat coming up the stairs. So okay, I guess we'll go on to your
That's Floyd reminding us that the bell went off about a
yeah,
minute.
exactly. I guess we'll go on to your topic now.
Yes. Okay. So this might be one that we should tackle after your topic because we might want to seek refuge here. My question is, was Atlantis real?
Ooh. Well, the accounts of Atlantis, at least the really old ones, are fairly few and far between and scant and kind of dependent on essentially hearsay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, okay, me, I love the show Ancient Aliens, even though it should not be on history; it should be on something else. But that aside, I love that show, and I kind of believe that a long time ago in the past, whether it's aliens or human civilization that became advanced and killed itself off somehow, or maybe there was a disaster. I do believe that there were advanced civilizations a long time ago. Like I think we're pretty much to the point of advanced civilization or civilization in general for humans kind of began roughly about 20,000 years ago. Um, but I think it goes way further back than that. Um,
I, I I feel like I can take it a step further and be like the perfect atheist, but I I think Atlantis could very well easily be real. It's just that I mean, like the sands of Jerusalem are real, but do I think Jesus was really doing superhero shit? No. The geography can be true and the story completely, just for fun.
well, and a lot of stories over time get embellished
Right.
as they're retold from generation to generation. There's a seed of truth probably somewhere in there,
Yeah.
like the Bible. There's
Like plate
certainly
tectonics and stuff, like who knows what the hell happened. An island can absolutely pop up and then disappear.
volcanoes
Yeah.
happen. That's a thing. Yeah, like you said, disturbances and plate tectonics that can something could disappear under the ocean in a matter of a day.
Yeah.
That
That's,
is
that's
absolutely
probably an
possible.
eyewitness account of Pangea splitting apart and
Mm-hmm.
stories being told about it. Like,
Well,
hey,
and there's the
I'm old enough to notice that that water wasn't there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and there's the kind of different camps when it comes to geology that some believe that things happen very slowly over millions of years, and then others are like, well, some of the things happen very quickly over the course of a couple of days or weeks or maybe 1 year instead of millions. The the whole flood thing too. Every major culture has a flood story, and that can't be some kind of coincidence. In
Yeah.
fact, if you go to the Younger Dryas era, the end of that, there's some evidence that there was some impact from space that created a huge tsunami that swallowed up a lot of Earth. Um, that probably happened.
Yeah.
Um, and that actually coincides with the beginning of our current civilization. So maybe there was something before. We could that could be about to happen now. We don't know. Like we think, oh yeah, we're super advanced and we're doing all this stuff, building all these skyscrapers. Shit, man, you get one big asteroid that comes down through the atmosphere, collides with the Earth or into the ocean. That would be even crazier. And all of everything we have is wiped out. Most people would be wiped out. So many life forms would be wiped out. And by the time 1,000 years has passed, there would be no evidence whatsoever that we currently, as we stand today, ever existed.
Yep. That's what I have to say about that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's possible that something like Atlantis could have existed in the
Oh yeah,
past. Like,
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the flood thing is like, yeah, think about old times.
mm,
What you saw was the world. And most civilizations spring up near the water. So when almost all of what you see all the time is water, like
you're right. You're right.
oh,
Yeah. The view is rather myopic
yeah.
back then.
So it makes sense that every culture across the world has these world flood myths, but it
Oh,
doesn't mean it's the
well,
world.
well, yeah, exactly. Because you're what you consider to be the world is, well, all you can see and travel through.
Yeah.
Um, man, shit, that was good. Well, okay. Well, that was another banger of lightning strikes twice.
Yeah. It's giving me new ideas.
Ah, nice. Well, maybe
Anyway,
that'll segue into our live stream. So if you're watching it this now, you're actually watching the past.
wait.
So yeah,
This chicken.
exactly. Oh man. Well, throw your comments down there in the comment section. What do you think about the conflict and around Israel and stuff, or I don't know, Atlantis? I know lots of people really geek out over things like Atlantis. I know I do.
Yeah. That would be a cool episode to do, actually.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, so thanks for hanging out with us, and peace out, everybody.
Bum, 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 bum.